Okay. I start recording after. So what I'll do is just informing you all that the midterm exams we're going back to university next week. However, the midterm exams will be entirely done online on Zoom. And for the final exams, you will be doing them at the university, except for the listening exam and the speaking exam, which will be online. And the idea, just why is a speaking exam online? It's because it's your speaking exam and your listening exam, you're basically there for 45 minutes. Do you follow me? And to get you all the way to the university for 45 minutes is kind of crazy. Hands up, you get that. Okay, so, and also with the disease, with this virus going around, maybe it would be best that we do it on Zoom. Okay, we do it on Zoom for just this, whereas your other exams, your error correction, your grammar identification and false cognates, and your paragraph you have to write, that you need 3 hours. Do you understand? So it's to your advantage to go to the university. It lends itself well to going to the university for that, because you're there for 3 hours. Okay. Are there any questions for all these changes? Anybody? Ms. Dumaine, do you have a question?
Yes, in fact, I do.
Okay, let's go.
So if you cannot be there for a class at university, will it have a recording of the class or no?
No. So now that we're going, and that changes. We never recorded classes, never in my existence. In the time I've been teaching at university, which has been many, many years, we don't record classes. But when we started giving online, sometimes we did record because it lends itself better. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, none? Okay, excellent. Okay, just let's go. Here is what we're going to be doing tonight. Okay, you have I thought you're going to review your verb tenses. You had to do chapters 1 and 2. You had to look at chapters 1 and 2. Hands up, you did it in the grammar book. Okay, well then tonight it's going to be excellent for you because you have studied, and now I'm going to put the frosting on the cake. I'm going to review some important elements in chapter 1 and 2, and you're going to be able to follow it well. However, I would suggest, as always, get a notebook out and be ready to take notes. Okay, although I will put this on the portal, it just research says that when you take notes, your brain is activated and it remembers more of what you've taken notes on. Okay, as opposed to being passive. Oh, you don't listen as well when you're passive. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is review the verb tenses. We're going to be discussing LEAP chapter 2 in small groups. We're going to be looking at paragraph writing, and we're going to be doing a lot of paragraph writing because tonight a part of your homework is you have to write a paragraph. Okay, so it will be really imperative that you listen well for tonight for when we're going to be discussing the paragraph. And I have an activity I think is going to really help you. We're going to try to do some dictionary work. We're going to look at if there's any questions about grammar identification and false cognates, because you have started them on the course notes. Hands up, you follow me? Excellent. Okay. And also I have a synchronous work and homework for next class. So I think I'm going to start. I didn't expect that, but I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to start here explaining the paragraph. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I have an example. Okay. So I want you taking notes because I'm going to be highlighting what I want from you for your paragraph for the midterm, which is in a few weeks. Okay. Okay. This is the structure of a paragraph. So what you notice here, the topic sentence is in yellow. Okay. However, I think I mentioned it a little, but I'll just confirm it. Excuse me. you're you'd be encouraged to start your paragraph with an introductory sentence. And the idea there is you're not as direct. If you start directly with your topic sentence, it seems a little too direct. Whereas look at my example here. I think it's going to help you, okay? In today's society, there is a lot of conflict and tension between nations or countries, but this is toxic for world peace. IB, which is an international baccalaureate program that's offered at high schools and CEGEPs for students, hands up, you've done it. Okay, nobody's done it. There's a few people. I don't see all the students when I'm showing. IB is a school program which is trying to tackle this issue. In fact, IB is enabling students to learn noble qualities of a world citizen. And although it is challenging to learn, we will all gain from this experience. Actually, I think I'm going to change it. It could be we, maybe for you, they will all gain from this experience. So this part is just my introductory sentence, okay? And do you notice how this part and the topic sentence, they flow very well together? Hands up, you notice that. And that's the skill there, okay? If it can flow really well, and then you introduce your in class, this is a topic sentence. And can somebody explain to me what a topic sentence is again? Mr. Barrett, can you help me?
Yeah, the topic sentence is the summary of what you will talk in this paragraph.
Not accepted. Sorry, it's not a summary of anything. Peace and love, though. Okay, Miss Beaulieu.
I think this sentence, it's not an introduction, but it's kind of an introduction of the subject that you will explain in the paragraph.
Okay, that's part of the answer. Subject. Okay, let's go, Mrs. Sammy.
The topic sentence is like the main idea of the paragraph.
The main idea of the paragraph. Bingo. You got it, young man. Okay, I don't have a prize to give you. I'm sorry. It's the main idea. The main idea. And can Mr. Semi, back to you, since you got the prize. You got the answer. Does it need to be vague or specific?
I think it should be specific.
You lost your prize. Okay, Serena.
It doesn't contain many details, so it should be vague.
Excellent. You get the prize. Sammy lost it and you get it. Very good. It has to be vague. And so my question here, is my topic sentence vague? Anybody have a commentary?
Yes.
Yes, it is?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Because you see here, we're talking about ideas enabling students to learn noble qualities of a world citizen, but do you know which qualities? So that's vague. And although it is challenging to learn, what is challenging? Learning noble qualities. They will gain from this, the students will gain from this experience. Do we know what they will gain? So it's vague. Okay, so your topic sentence has to be vague too. Ms. Serena, you have a question?
Yes, what is it? IB?
IB is It's International Baccalaureate.
Okay, thank you.
International Baccalaureate, which is it's a level, it's a way of teaching. It's a level of teaching that exists in the world, and it's for an elite program because we expect so much more from these students in that program. So it's a different program. But I'm just using it as an example, okay? So we have our introductory sentence, we have our topic sentence, and now we have this transition. And what can you tell me about this transition? I'm going to get some other people here. Mr. Dumont, let's go help me.
It's a transition word for start the sentence.
Excellent. It's a transition word to start, not for start. To start. Yeah, peace and love. Huh? To transition word to start your first argument. Okay. So first of all, IB encourages us to be open-minded. That's the first noble quality about the world and its uniqueness, and not to judge because of stereotypes or biases we may have because of where we come from. So when you are open-minded, you don't judge. Do you understand that? But there's a word bias. Do you understand the word bias? Ms. Dumas, do you understand the word bias?
Yes, but I know the meaning in French.
Oh, well, can you give me the meaning in English since this is an English course?
I think it's when the result of something is it's influenced by another thing. I don't know if it's clear.
Okay, it's influenced by another thing. Well, I'm going to give you, can somebody give me an example of being biased? Yes, and Mr. Semi?
Is it misjudgment?
Well, in a way it is, but it's not more a judgment. I'll give you an example just to help you clarify this. If I am a police officer, okay, and I say police officers are not aggressive, do you think the fact that I'm a police officer, do you think it influences my opinion? And the answer is
Yes.
No.
yes. So that's a beautiful example to say that I am, in that context, if I'm a police officer and I say the statement that police officers are not aggressive, well, then my point of view is biased towards police officers because I am a police officer. Is that clear? So for example, if I belong to the Baptist Church and I say Catholics are going to hell, and I know biases say, but if I'm the Baptist Church, no, it's more when it's more when you're saying, no, I'm sorry, that was not a good example. I think the best example is when you are you're from the Baptist Church and you say the Baptist religion is the best religion, and you are Baptist. So again, you are biased. So if you're biased, it means you're not objective. Hands up, you get that. You're not objective. Okay. So first of all, the IB program encourages us to be open-minded about the world and its uniqueness, and not to judge because of stereotypes or biases we may have because of where we come from. How many of you heard that people that live on the Aboriginals, okay? How many of you heard they're nothing but drunks and lazy people? And many of us have heard that. You agree? However, is that true? We can't make a general statement about that. Maybe some are, just like some Canadians are drunk and lazy. Do you understand that? So that's a stereotype. Do you understand the word stereotype? Hands up, yes. Okay, excellent. Now, once I give my first argument, now I'm going to give an example to show this argument. So for example, often when I was in high school, I traveled with my family in Cuba. Each time I did not care to speak with its people. I was apathetic, means I was not interested. I was not interested, should be in their lives. In reality, I now know I had a bias. Poor people are lazy. That's what I thought before. I now think differently because of the IB program. They made me realize, or they made me understand the reality and compare it to mine. So to understand that I'm lucky to be born in Canada. Okay, because in Canada, we're a rich country. Okay. Do you understand how this IB program helped me realize a noble quality about being open-minded, non-judgmental? Hands up, you understand that example. Okay. Now I'm going to say in addition, and in addition, okay, let's go, Ms. Bustamante. In addition, what does that mean? Your microphone's not open.
Sorry. It's for added an idea and other example.
Okay, it's to add another idea, maybe, but more importantly, another argument.
Not another, but more like likely idea.
No, but I'm correcting you. I'm correcting you.
Ah.
It's not to add a more, it's just to add another argument.
Okay.
Supports your topic sentence. Okay. So if we say in addition, leadership is another way of behaving that's that's noble. But it's difficult. Being a leader requires that you forget your fears and you need to think of the greater picture. Okay, is that clear for an argument? That's another
Yes.
okay, but now I have to give an example to show it. For example, I used to work at McDonald's, and after 3 months, they made me foreman. Foreman is I was a boss. I had 6 people to take care of. It was challenging. I had to be careful what I expected them to do, and I needed to make sure I was also forced to respect the same rules. It was indeed difficult to be a good leader. Okay, so this basically shows how it's difficult to become a good leader, but the IB program, we learn this to be, students learn this to be, it's a noble quality. Okay, now I have the word moreover. Mr. Leliev, moreover, what is it?
It is to add another argument about the noble qualities.
Yes, but what is the meaning of moreover? It's an example of a?
To add something about what you
No.
you already say.
Yeah, who can help him? I think Mr. Dumont.
It is a transition word.
Yes, thank you. I was waiting for you. Okay. It's a transition word. So this is a transition. This is a transition. This is a transition. And you are right, Mr. Leliev. It's a transition to add another argument. So let's look at this argument. One last quality that is discussed in this paragraph is the importance of boldness, courage in making unpopular decisions. And then I give an example. For instance, this quality has helped me greatly because my godchild in New Brunswick was being bullied at school. I learned of this through Facebook. Although she opened up with me in all the details, her father did not know. My godchild wanted to keep this a secret. I was scared to lose my godchild because I had to do something. But I had to do something. I finally decided to be bold and to call her school to speak with the principal. I had taken all of my courage to call 2 times and leave messages of importance for the principal to call me. Finally, I was scared to simply drop it, but I knew that my godchild might commit suicide. As a result, I made one final call, and in the message, I said that it was serious bullying in the school and it may become dangerous with violence or suicide. In the end, it was resolved. The principal called me and took all the Facebook pages as proof and excuse me, and thank you, and stop the bullying. So that was quite long. Do you understand that? Yours don't have to be that long, but I had to show, for me, I had to show boldness and courage. Okay. So is this clear for the first section? Are you taking good notes? Okay. Now I have a conclusion. And I use another transition. Do you understand that? In conclusion, there are two ways to conclude. Can you help me remember? How do we conclude? Ms. Girard, do you know?
We can conclude by summarize the idea that you put in the text.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
No, that's what you do in French, and I don't understand it. I don't understand, and I'm sincere, because if I were a student right now, and this was your copy, Ms. Girard, I would have read your text, and I would have said in conclusion, so I remember your arguments very well. So if I had to summarize those arguments again, it would be a little redundant. Redundant means I'm reading the same thing again and again and again. But one thing I might have more difficulty remembering is your topic sentence. So maybe after in conclusion, you restate your topic sentence in a different way. Okay, that's what you have to do. So let's go and see my topic sentence right now. In fact, IB is enabling students to learn noble qualities of a world citizen. And although it's challenging to learn, it's difficult to learn these qualities, they will all gain from this experience. Okay, in conclusion, these qualities that IB is enforcing its students to master clearly supports the concept of being a world citizen. Okay, now, my topic sentence here, did I copy and paste the same thing here? Or is it different? And you, hands up, you agree it's different? Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to restate your topic sentence in a different way. And look what's in red. That is your opening. Do you understand? So let's hope your opening, I already told you this, but I'll tell you this again. Your opening can be three things. It can be a solution. If I'm explaining a problem, your opening could be a solution. It could be a suggestion, or it could be a prediction. Okay, are you taking good notes? A suggestion, a solution, or a prediction. And let's hope is a very fun way of saying let us hope. And that's accepted. The us is collective, the collective we. So let's hope that the world in which we live becomes a better world thanks to these qualities that are being taught in IB schools. So my opening, what is it? Is it a suggestion, a solution, or a prediction?
Prediction?
It's a prediction.
A suggestion?
It's more a suggestion. A prediction, you're gonna have more an if. Let's hope if, yeah, there's no prediction. It's more suggestion. Yeah. Let's hope that the world in which we live becomes a better. Well, you might think you're predicting, but it's more an opinion, a suggestion that if IB keeps on teaching these qualities, this will help to be all the society become a better world. It's more a suggestion than a prediction. Hands up, this is clear. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, okay, I'm going to put you in a group of 3 or 4, and you are going to have 20 minutes to write your own paragraph together. Do you understand that? And now you just saw me explain one, you're going to emulate it. Okay, if you want, you could take something simple, maybe just to illustrate, you could maybe choose a sport that you find is the best sport, or a musical instrument that you find is the best musical instrument, a season in Canada you find the best season. These are all suggestions for a quick topic sentence. Do you understand that? But as a group, decide on your topic sentence. You're going to have 20 minutes, and I'm going to be visiting you and making my commentary. And it will be, I think it's going to be a very effective way for you to learn it quickly. Okay, is that clear? Any questions? Okay, let's do it. Okay, breakout rooms.
Like, life is not about me, it's about we. That life is calling to you to give something. Don't ask what your country's asking for you, as a Democratic president once said. What are you gonna do for your country? We kind of lost that theme, not only in our country, but in our parenting. And so I see a lot of kids today that are like, what is my parent doing for me? I could never imagine that thought in my life. My whole thing was like, what can I do for my parents was my focus, what can I do? And all those little patterns lead to a life that is more meaningful and fulfilling. But I don't think over controlling is not going to get you where you want to go based on my history, because this isn't my first rodeo. I got 4 children before that, 3 of which I adopted. So I was 24 and had a 17-year-old son instantly, an 11-year-old, a 5-year-old, and one on the way. So you learn to grow differently. And my former spouse who had those kids, she'd been married twice before me. So they were from different parents. And so I adopted them all and brought them in my life. Probably got some of the greatest growth in my life from that experience of parenting.
And for those that grew up and don't feel like they got the love they wanted, or the love they deserved, or the love they were supposed to have, or whatever, and people haven't learned how to love themselves, whether it be because they didn't get it from their parents or they didn't learn it, how can they learn to love themselves later in their life when they never really felt it?
I think this idea of loving yourself as a cultural obsession has no basis in reality. Here's the challenge. When you're born, what do you got to do to be loved? Nothing. Because your mother's on drugs, natural drugs, oxytocin. So you look like a lizard and she thinks you're beautiful. Right? You're fat, you fall over, you throw up, and you're still beautiful, right? For a while, you're unconditionally loved. And thank God we wouldn't have survived otherwise. I love women so much. I have so much respect for women, even more so going through birth again. No man will ever fully appreciate what a woman does or what a baby demands of a mother if you're breastfeeding, and the energy and the no sleep. I mean, it's amazing what women do in our life. But the point is, in the beginning, you gotta do nothing. And then the oxytocin wears off. And suddenly you do the same, scream or yell, throw your food. Now you get yelled at or hit, or the worst one of all, you get ignored. And then fear enters your body. And then the rest of your life, you're looking for, how can I get this unconditional love? And I remember in the beginning asking myself, because I studied all animals and what the level of dependency they have. And human beings have the longest period of dependency for survival of any creature other than other primates. Whales will be dependent for a year, birds for a few weeks, then boom, get your ass out there and fly. You know, it's a different world. We have this long dependency. It's just the nature of how we are. And then I thought to myself, so why don't we just have unconditional love all the time? And I think my answer is because then you never grow or give anything to life. You think everything is about you. And unfortunately, there are a large population of kids that were raised in a generation of parents that were helicopter parents that thought everything should be about the child, and they wonder why they're selfish today, or why they, you know, don't seem to have great relationships where you got to be with somebody else, you got to put somebody else ahead of you. That's what love is. Love is putting somebody else ahead of yourself. Loving yourself usually comes for most human beings by starting to have a value and just appreciating people, not because of what they do, not because of what they have, just because you feel their essence. And it's easier to do that with somebody you love than it's with yourself. But when you start to with somebody else and you're not judging, you're truly loving them, then it's much more natural because you're already doing the loving. You're not getting it from somewhere else. Someone may say something, look at you a certain way as a trigger, but all love is self-love. It's bullshit, I don't love myself. If you've ever been someone who felt loved, you loved yourself. They didn't love you. They said something, they did something with their eyes, and you used that as a trigger to release love inside of you. But loving yourself every moment, all the time is not the secret to success. Having appreciation for yourself is different than constantly loving. Now, in the Bible, it says, love thy neighbor as thyself. So I think it's a worthy goal and it's useful, but most people are obsessed with it. And I think get on about living a life that's meaningful and you'll love yourself. As long as you focus on you, you're not going to love you. Because the human brain is always looking for what's wrong, what to protect, what needs to be changed. It's a survival instinct. And so it's looking for things to fight or flight or try to freeze or protect.
Oh,
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello.
We are thinking about the next sentence.
Okay, well, let's see what you got. In a year, there are 4 seasons. In a year, there are 4 seasons. In Canada, the 4 seasons are happening in a different way from other places in the world. Okay. Okay, that's your introductory sentence, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And
No,
now we
it's going well.
yeah. And
Okay.
now we are looking for the topic sentence.
Okay, so come on, you can do it. Let's do it.
Yes. But we have to be agree on what we are talking about.
Yes.
Yes, but come on. I think quickly. I know what your best season is. It's probably summer, correct, for all of you?
Not especially, but it's one of my favorite.
Yes, me too.
But if you want to talk about summer, we can.
Well, I don't want anything. But the idea is we're not making it too complicated. We're just doing what we have to do just to practice doing it. Do you follow me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could say in Canada, the 4 seasons are happening in a different way from other places in the world. Actually, that sentence is leading us in a different direction. How are they happening in a different way? Maybe you could just focus on your introductory sentence. In Canada, there are 4 seasons that are relatively distinct. Okay. And because that is in a lot of places in the world, they don't have 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay. They're in a year. So just in Canada, yeah, there are 4 seasons which are quite distinct. Okay. So that is a very general statement, correct?
Yes.
And you could just add, however, you could throw a but let's be a little more powerful. However, so actually, however, yes, you could, but you know what I would do? You could actually start a new sentence, because with however, you can start a sentence with. But I would have kept it in the same sentence because it's not too long, your sentence, okay? So go back after distinct, put a semicolon.
What is a semicolon?
Yes, a semicolon is a dot and a comma.
Yes.
Like that?
Wait.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Now write however. No, lowercase, yeah. And put a comma after. Now you can continue it.
So we can, in the same sentence, have the introduction and the topic.
Yes, you could. You could. I mean, and sometimes it doesn't allow it, but the way you're doing it right now, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And
however, summer
is
clearly the best season.
okay.
Do you understand that? Does that feel better?
Yes.
Just like we're not creating a cathedral here. We're just trying to give some examples, a structure that fits. Okay, you have a topic sentence that is vague. We know it's summer. We know it's the best, but do we know why? No. So it's excellent like that. Okay, now very good.
Okay.
First of all, that's your first argument. So now continue. A suggestion I'm going to ask you, and then I got to leave. I got to go in a group, but try to make your arguments short, and then you could explain your argument a little, and then give an example. Do you understand that?
Okay. How many arguments do you expect?
You I think for the midterm exam, it's going to be 2. So let's try for 2. Okay, Mr. Barret, you have a question?
Yeah, it's more of a grammar question. What is the difference between which and that? Can I ask you that right now, or it's not appropriate?
Yeah, it's not appropriate. Oof.
Okay.
Which and that. Well, let's just say which is only for things. Okay. Example, which represents seasons. They're things. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
That, on the other hand, can be used for people and things.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My brothers are people that love watching TV. My brothers are people that. So that represents people or brothers, and I could never say which in that context.
But when it's an object, we can use that, or
you can use one or the other. True.
Thank you.
When it's an object, you can use it's less serious. You can use one or the other. Okay.
Yeah. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
An introductory sentence.
Hello, my dear students.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello. So how are we doing?
Doing well. Thank
Oh,
you.
well, let's see if you're doing well.
Well, we have some questions.
Yeah, what are your questions?
After the topic sentence, do we need to write another sentence and mention our 3 arguments? Okay, so it's
In
directly...
French, that's a sujet divisé, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that in English at all.
Okay.
Okay. English is a language that is spoken all over the world. In fact, when you are writing, if you're writing with words, your numbers have to be a word too, okay? So it's TOO. It's not 2 like that. Okay, excellent. 2 billion people speak English all over the world. The importance of being fluent in English is felt in many aspects of our daily life. That is true. That's not clearly a topic sentence because it's too general. And the importance of being fluent in English is felt in many aspects of our daily life. Maybe be a little more direct, your opinion. The importance
That was my fault. I was thinking we were doing an introduction, so I was very general, but sorry.
Oh, where's your topic
I
sentence?
take the blame.
Where's your topic sentence, Miss Paré?
We don't have one yet.
Oh.
Because that's me. I was thinking we were like kind of doing an introduction paragraph.
No, you're not doing an
our
introduction
text.
paragraph.
No,
Your question is
yes,
this,
now
so
I
that's good.
understand.
You're
Yeah.
doing introductory sentences, maybe 2, 1, but it's not a paragraph. So you can't get too long on your introductory sentences, okay?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
right now after, I would think right now after world, that would be where you would put in your topic sentence.
Mhm.
Okay, so just maybe quickly, you could maybe say being fluent in English is it's an incredible asset when you live in Quebec, when you live in the province of Quebec, example. Or being fluent, I'm just saying that's that is, or maybe being fluent in English is an incredible asset in today's world. It could be even more general, in today's world, okay? And then you're not just limited to Quebec. Do you understand that?
Mhm.
But
I have a question. May I interrupt you?
of course you may. That was very polite.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
isn't that too general again?
No, I know it's not, because here, in fact, 2 million people, wait, okay, being fluent in English is an incredible asset in today's world. No, because you're saying it's an incredible asset in today's world. I'm the reader, example, if I were the reader, you got me guessing a little. Okay, I know English is important, but how is it an incredible asset? So you got me guessing a little, and when you get me guessing, that means it has a quality of a topic sentence. It's not too general. Does that answer your question, Ms. Pavé?
I will just see the traduction of asset. Okay.
Oh, an
Because
asset means it's an advantage. It's an advantage. It's
okay.
Yeah.
But I don't really see. I know that it is a little more specific than what we wrote at the first time, but I don't clearly see the difference between our first sentence and this one. Like, I understand it is you pick the curiosity of the reader a little more by saying it is an incredible asset, but how is that sentence?
Oh, I just got an idea. I'm gonna help you. I just got an idea.
Okay.
Okay. English is a language that is spoken all over the world. At the same time, I'm going to teach you a trick, okay, that will get you points for me, okay? So English is a language that is spoken all over the world. In fact, 2 billion people speak English all over the world. 2 million people speak English as a first language?
No, just speak English.
Second
no.
language, third language, fourth language, okay. Right after the world, you could, right here, do you see my cursor? Get rid of that sentence completely. Being fluent in English is incredible asset. Get rid of it. I have an idea. No. I say get rid of it. I don't want to see it. So get rid of it. They are good. Okay. Now what you're going to do is, since you clearly stated how English is omnipresent a little, and you understand that? Now you're going to say, however, and then now you're going to start a new sentence because the sentence before was long. Do you get that? So right after world, however. Okay. Learning English is difficult. Okay. Learning English is difficult. And do you agree that it's much more interesting?
Yes. Now I think we are like doing this.
Yeah. Now you are very good. That's why you inspired me. And I gave you a totally different topic sentence. And it's an excellent one because you took the reader from this direction and the reader did not expect you to go to this direction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And now, if you go first of all after, because now it's your first argument, okay, what could be your first argument to show that English is difficult to learn?
You have to practice a lot.
Maybe you could say, just to help you as an English teacher, maybe you could say there's a lot of difficulty. Pronunciation is difficult in English. Okay, and you could use, there are many words in English that the letters are silent. And the ED is, it's very difficult to pronounce because it's always changing. Okay, H's, sometimes they're aspirated, sometimes they're pronounced, sometimes they're not. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You could, that could be your first argument, and you could give an example just to show that. Okay, and then, so when you said, however, learning English is difficult, now put a period there after difficult, and then maybe you could explain it. Pronunciation, pronunciation.
Do we have to put the transition word?
No, because you're still with the first argument. You don't need to. Okay, so you're going to say maybe pronunciation. Learning English is, however, learning English is difficult. Oh, wait, excuse me. Yes, you do. Excuse me. What am I smoking? You have to put first of all. Yes, you do. Now I understand. First of all, so pronunciation. Pronunciation is, maybe you could say pronunciation is always changing.
And now, then for example, okay.
Well, you could say after changing, you could explain it a little because you do have information to explain it a little. Okay, you could just say English has many different pronunciation rules to respect. And then you put a colon, ED, H.
I have a question.
Put a colon, not a comma.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a question. How many words do we need to write in a paragraph?
You're going to have basically 175, 200.
Okay.
Okay.
In general or in this exercise?
For the example, your first midterm.
Oh, okay. And may I ask you another question?
Yes, you may.
I really like in French to say, I'm sorry, I will pronounce it in French. En effet, and when we go on Google Translation, I know it's not like the best site, but however, it always say indeed, but I don't, is indeed really the good traduction?
No, I think more it's in fact.
It will say, okay.
In fact. Okay. So,
but
yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. So just quickly, maybe the last thing, and then I have to go to a new group. The last, oh my God, it goes fast. I just visited 2 groups. Okay. You could put a period after H and just say now, for example, and give an example. Often students start learning English, or you could just give a personal example. John is from Spain, and he was learning English, but he had so much difficulty with the pronunciation. He was always guessing how to pronounce certain words in English because he never really felt comfortable with all the changes, something like that. Do you follow me? That would be an example to support that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna, and then you could go to moreover and come up with a new argument. Okay, I'm gonna just go to another group. Okay, peace and love. I'll bring you all in a few minutes. Okay. Hello, my dear students.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. McCarthy.
Hello.
Hello. Can you make it a little bigger, please? Just a little bigger. Okay, it's okay. Can you now? First of all, why is it all separated? It should be a paragraph.
It was only for like building.
Okay, excellent. Okay, now you can't do that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, wait, I'll come back.
Hi, sorry, I think Zoom just freeze my computer, so I'm in
Okay, which group?
room three. Three.
Okay, I'll put you
Yeah.
there.
Thanks.
Oh, Mr. Dudek, you came back, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna quickly get rid of the intro. Okay, because you're not writing an essay. You're not writing an introduction. Okay, so get that out of your no, don't. But wait, the word intro at the top, you see the intro? Get rid of that. There, good. Okay, I'm gonna read it, please. Okay. I'm gonna have fun. The seasons are influencing our lives in many ways. They affect our activities, our health, and mood. It's why everyone, third person singular always, prefers summer because of the temperature, the activities that we can do, and the days are longer. Okay, wait, no. You don't have a topic sentence, in my opinion. Okay, everyone, it has to be a little more direct. You're just assuming everybody likes summer, and that's not a. Do you understand? That doesn't surprise anybody. Do you understand that? It doesn't surprise anybody, so you're not getting anybody to read it. Okay, you need a topic sentence a little more dynamite, a little more dynamic. So I'm gonna say the seasons are influencing our lives in many ways. Maybe the seasons, you need a little more. In Canada, you need a sentence. In Canada, we have 4 distinct seasons. You need something like that as a beginning. Do you understand that? Seasons, okay, period. Okay, and maybe no, after seasons, write a comma. Okay, and then make your T for the, make it a lowercase. Okay, and okay, in Canada we have 4 distinct seasons. The seasons are influenced. Maybe right before the, write a conjunction and to continue the sentence. Okay, and instead of the, we use these because you referred seasons in the beginning. So which seasons? These seasons that you, so use these, excellent. These seasons are influencing our lives in many ways. There, now you got a very good introductory sentence. Do you see the difference though? Okay, good. They affect our lives. Well, that I wouldn't, I would get rid of that because that could be maybe part of your arguments. Do you get that? You don't need any more introductory sentence. That was a pretty good one. Here, you're going to write, however, capital H, how, however, summer is clearly the best season. There, now you're being, your topic sentence is taking more of of a point of view. Do you understand that? When you say the best, well, now people that are pro winter are not going to like you, and they're going to be interested to read your text because they don't understand why you think it's the best. You see, hands up, you understand though? You see how it's a okay. So when you say and you don't, it's clearly the best season now because of, do you know that's bad? We don't start developing in our topic sentence. Excellent. Now, first of all, the temperature is hotter. The temperature is hotter than the other seasons. The temperature in summer is hotter. Maybe summer has the hottest temperatures in Canada. Maybe there. It's clear. You're not using it. You're stating it. Summer has the hottest temperatures in Canada. Okay. I'm going to leave you because time is ticking, but do you understand what I think overall you're doing well? I didn't really continue reading, but I have to go to the last group and I got to bring you guys back. Okay, so continue.
Sure. Oh.
Hello, you two. You
Hello.
three.
Hello.
Okay, quickly, you're my last group, so I gotta go quick, but I'm gonna help you right now. First of all, it's not an essay. That paragraph essay, get rid of that word essay. It's not an essay, it's a paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, so what does that mean? Get rid of those spaces. Put them all together, please.
Sorry, I'll.
Yes.
But it wasn't like that.
Developed.
More
It wasn't
like
developed?
some point. Yes, some point that we wanted to
Okay, well, let's
explain.
look at your topic sentence. Right, every winter, Canadian families try new outdoor activities. Hockey is one of them, and as it is the most popular one in the country, that's not a complete sentence.
Yes. We had a hard time finding the subject of our paragraph, so
In fact, it will be a good thing to bring back the Nordic hockey team. Bring back. Okay, let me see. Every winter, Canadian families try new outdoor activities. Hockey is one of them. Okay, maybe you could say
like that, maybe.
no.
No.
You're rambling. It sounds like you're
Okay.
rambling. You're just going over everywhere. It's not structured enough. Do you understand? So, what is your point you want to say? The Nordics it's clear the Nordics have to come back to Quebec City.
We wanted to talk about the advantages of hockey and why it is a good sport in winter.
Okay, well, why don't you just, in that case, every winter, Canadian families try new outdoor activities. And you could put a colon after activities. Okay, and write skiing, comma, skating, snowboarding. Okay, and write ... etc. Okay, however, is still in the same sentence, so lowercase h.
Okay.
However, put a comma after however. Hockey with a lowercase h. It's a hockey is clearly the best for the population. Something like that. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So do you agree that's now it's more directed as a topic sentence? And you were able to include your introductory sentence with your topic sentence, and it's smooth. Do you understand? Okay, so now you have clearly your topic sentence and your introductory sentence. Now you're going to write, first of all, period, comma, and now do we have a first argument?
Well, we kind of changed the subject.
Well, no, but I asked you what your topic was. You said hockey. When I want to show how hockey is a really good sport, but it teaches, it has a lot of advantages in our society. So I just took your suggestion and I went with my idea. So, but you agree, maybe it's more difficult to argue this, huh?
Yes. Because I think that what we wanted to say is that it's about the Nordic hockey team, like, because it's no longer exists, but we want, if we bring it back, like if we I don't know how to explain myself.
Okay. Well, if you should example, you're going to take on the opinion that it should be brought back. Okay. Well, you could quickly fix it. Every winter, Canadian families try new outdoor activities: skiing, skating, snowboarding. However, hockey is clearly the most popular. Just write the most popular. The most popular in Quebec, we can say that. And it is for this reason that the Nordiques need to come back and play in need to come back and be and participate in the what's the association,
the city,
NHL.
Yes.
NHL, yeah.
Yeah, you could write the NHL.
Okay.
And get rid of for the population. And now put, first of all, comma. Now, does that sound more like your argument? Your topic sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
I think what was missing was a link between the two.
Okay, but do you have one now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what I'm gonna I gotta bring you back. Okay. Hopefully, I'm just curious. Did this help you? This exercise?
Yes.
Well,
Because
that's the idea that
hard
when you're
thing-
doing it, you realize better what works and what doesn't work. Okay, I just got to bring everybody back now. It's always this. We have to wait until Jesus brings us all the students. It's long, huh? I know. More coming. Okay. Okay, well, now we're all here. Okay, class, just for the paragraph. I'm recording this, so you're going to see again the IB paragraph I showed you. You're going to be able to look back at it in the recording. So hopefully it's going to help you, and hopefully this experience working in together has solidified it to you. It's helped you a little bit understand how to start doing a paragraph. And don't worry, you're going to do one I can tell you right now, you're going to do one next week before class. Before you're going to have to do one, but you're going to have to finish it by Tuesday. By Tuesday, because I want to correct it on Wednesday, so you can have the correction by Wednesday night. Hands up, you follow me? So it's going to be formative. So it's going to be an opportunity for you to really show me what you can do. And then I'm going to be able to evaluate you, to give you feedback and bring that feedback to all the class. So to prepare you for the midterm exam, the writing, which is also a paragraph. Do you understand that? Okay, excellent. You have a question, Mr. Barret?
Yes, I have a question about the paragraph. Do we have like the subject in advance, or it's when we arrive to the
you're going to yes and no. You're going to, because you are with Leap 3, and I will give you the readings that you'll have to do to prepare for the writing, but I won't tell you which angle I'm going to go. But if you have done the readings and you understand the readings really well, you won't have a problem, regardless what angle I go. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go here. Okay, now quickly we're going to try, what's that? 7:43. Oh my God. Okay, here is your verb tense. We looked at it last week a little bit, but just look. You have simple past, and you have present perfect, and you have present perfect progressive. These are the 3 verb tenses that you're dealing with in chapter 1 and 2. Do you understand? Hands up, you understand? Okay, so let's go now. Could you open up quickly? Could you open up page 7 in your grammar book? Get your grammar book out, please. Okay, exercise 12. Okay, quickly, Mr. Sammy, could you do the first one, please?
Okay, choose the correct completion. The chef is in his kitchen right now. He is cooking.
Excellent. Right now, he is cooking. Excellent.
Yeah.
Mr. Barret, number 2.
Excuse me. He is tasting some soup.
Excellent, excellent. Again, it's an action. It's an action clearly. So he is tasting some soup because the context is now. Let's go, Mr. Boivin, number 3.
It tastes too salty.
Very good. I'm proud of you. Because, and I want you to you're taking notes, okay? The first 3, it's clearly present progressive because there were actions happening now. Question 4, excuse me, the first 2. The third one is different. It's a descriptive fact. Descriptive is not action. So you have taste is a verb that's tricky, little. It's tricky. When it's used like an action, it's a normal verb. I'm tasting the soup. However, when I'm describing the soup, I will keep it in the simple present, simple past, simple future. I will say, it tastes salty. It tastes spicy, but I'm tasting it. Hands up if this is clear. Excellent. Okay, question number 4, Ms. Gérard.
He doesn't like it.
Excellent. You did. That's very good. You just knew how to, with he, third person singular, it does. Okay. And okay, now go to page 14. Oh, page 8, exercise 14. Excuse me, exercise 14. Sorry about that. Mr. Dumont, Trottier Dumont, do the first one, please.
Okay. What we can do? I read the
yes, just read them.
Okay. Number one, these flowers smell good. And B, Jane is smelling the flowers.
Okay. The idea there is smell is another one like taste. Clearly, when I have the woman here, she has her nose close to the flowers. That is a normal verb. Okay, so is smelling. But when I'm describing the flowers, now it becomes a simple present, simple past, or simple future. It's not an action anymore. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's go with the second one. Let's go, Miss Couture.
I think this park is beautiful. I need to relax. I'm thinking about all the homework I have.
Okay, think is another one. I think this park is beautiful. Think in that context is an opinion. Again, it's descriptive. Whereas, oh my God, I'm thinking about all the homework I have. There, it's clearly an action in that context. So it's progressive, simple, a present progressive, because it's now. Okay, let's go quickly. Judak, could you do number 3?
Yes. You look cold. I lend you my coat. And B, I'm looking at the sky. A storm is coming.
Okay, could you explain? You're going to be different. Can you explain now what's the difference between look? Why is it like that?
I'm pretty sure B, it's because the action happened right now, but
excellent.
But for hey, you look cold. Good question.
Could somebody help him?
It's a description. It's a fact.
Very good. It's a descriptive fact.
So it's a
when
fact.
I say you look cold, I'm describing how you look.
Yeah.
So it's no longer an action. It's more a descriptive act. It's a descriptive fact. That's why I say it.
Okay. Thanks.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Sorry.
Okay, let's go. Mr. Barrett, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, can we also explain it by the fact that it's a suggestion and not an action at the first sentence?
Oh, a suggestion?
Yeah.
You could, but I'm not sure it works in all cases. So descriptive, I find, is a little more exact.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go with Miss Beaulieu. Could you do number 4, please?
Yes. A, I see a colorful kite. It's over here. Alex is coming later. He is seeing a doctor about his headaches. C, Jake and Anne come here every weekend. They are seeing each other.
Can you explain the verb see in this context?
Yes, I see. It's not, you can say I'm seeing. I think it's a verb.
Well, look at B.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Because to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Can somebody help her?
But this is a description too. I mean, like, I see, this is now I see it.
Yes, it's descriptive. You're right. It's descriptive. That's why it's simple present. Very good. And B?
B is a continuous action.
Pardon me?
The sentence in B is a continuous action. He is seeing a doctor.
Very good. It's progressive. It's right now. He is seeing a doctor. So it's so the verb see now, and the context changed. So now it's used like a regular verb. Is that clear? Okay, and look at the last one. They're seeing each other. I'm going to help you there because that's an expression. to mean that they are dating. Do you understand that? Ms. Dumais, do you have a question? Mr. Men, it's okay. It's okay. That's an expression. They are seeing each other. Means they are dating. So I really that's more an exception than the rule. Okay. We're gonna skip number 5. Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett, you have your hand up?
Yeah, for the first one, when we say I see a colorful kite, can we just describe it because in the present tense, because it's a sense in that sentence?
True, you can.
about
Very good. Yes, that is true. You're just lucky it works here. That expression works here. It's a sense, but when it's used like a sense, like I see, it's used like a sense. I see. Right now, you can say in English, right now, oh my God, right now, I see a blue jay bird, a blue jay bird. A blue jay, we say, we don't say a blue jay bird, but a blue jay. I see, right now I see. And your suggestion that it's a sense, that is in essence why when it's used like in a sense, like descriptive, I see a blue jay, it's never progressive, even though the context is progressive. However, when it's an action, clearly an action, like right now, my sister, she is seeing a doctor. There it's more the action and not descriptive. Do you see the difference, class? Hands up. You see the difference? You should see the difference. Okay. Look at number 5. Remember is a little more complicated, this one. I could say, do you remember your 7th birthday? Do you remember your birthday when you were 7 years old? Okay, do you remember? I'm not saying, I'm just asking a general question. I'm not gonna put it in the progressive, I'm gonna put it in simple present. Do you remember? However, if I'm smiling right now and I say, why are you smiling? And I say, well, my goodness, I'm remembering. When I was playing on the beach when I was 7 years old. But I'm going to really skip over this one because I find this is a little more tricky. This one, hands up, you get that. Okay, it's a little more tricky, and I'm gonna just, because I find that with remember, you can do both. I'm remembering when I was a child. Normally, I wouldn't say that. Normally, I would say, I remember when I was a child. I was playing. I would use another verb in the past progressive if I'm descriptive, but my remember would stay in the present anyhow because I'm describing. Do you follow me? So I find it's difficult, that one, to show one is more an action and one's more describing. So I would say exceptionally for remember, it's always descriptive. So it's always simple present. Does that help you? Okay, write that in your notes. Remember, it's always descriptive. It's always simple present or simple past or simple future. Number 6. Okay. Anne-Sophie, could you do number 6, please?
The children want a snack. They are hungry. The children are being awfully quiet. What are they doing?
Okay. Here in A, what are we trying to show in A? What are we showing? What do we want to show in A? Sentence A.
Oh, yes, sorry. They want to show that the child are hungry, but it's not an action, it's a description.
Very good. But look at what. Do you notice it's in the present tense?
And in A or B?
A.
It's a simple present.
Yes, but do you agree the context is right now?
Yes.
But why is it in the simple present?
Because hungry is not a verb. It just
No, want.
I don't understand the question, I think.
Children, okay, peace and love. The children want a snack. And the context is right now they want a snack, okay?
Yeah.
So why is want only in the simple present tense? It should be maybe the children are wanting a snack.
Because want is not an action. I think you cannot make want. It's
Very good, very good, very good. Just to help you, on an exam, you can't say that. You cannot make want. That would not go well. But I'll help you right now. Want is not an action verb. It's a mental verb. It's a mental verb, so it's always simple present, simple past, simple future. Okay. And the children are being, here it's an action, so they are being quiet. Okay. I'm gonna stop this one because it's getting longer. And look, quickly, turn to page 13 right now. I'm gonna see what it is. 23. Okay, you're going to did you fly back last night? And you're gonna say yes, I flew back last night. Okay, you're gonna, so did you fly? That's how we do it in English. Did takes the position of simple past, and fly takes the action of base form. Did you fly? And when you say yes, I flew, flew has to be conjugated because you have no auxiliary do or does separating it. Is that clear for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes. So quickly, look at partner A. Number one, have a great trip. So what would be the question, Miss Busamente?
I'm so sorry. I'm still waiting for my grammar books.
Oh my God, really? Okay. Let's go, Miss Paré. You don't know where we are at all, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. We're on page 13. Mr. Liev.
But I know we are on the page 13, but I was checking in my grammar book.
Okay, but it's number one is have a great trip. How do you ask the question? Selena?
Yeah, did you have a great trip?
Excellent. Did you have a great trip? And Ms. Dumaine, what would you answer?
Yes, I had a great trip.
Excellent. Number two, Mr. Barrett, what's the question?
Did you come back feeling rested?
Excellent. Okay, Miss Beaulieu, what's the answer?
Yes, I came back feeling rested.
Excellent. Number three, quickly. Miss Dumas, what's the question?
Did you meet all your cousins?
And what's the answer? Mr. Dulac?
Yes, I meet all your cousins.
No, you have to conjugate it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
not sure.
Serena?
Yes,
I met.
I met
Yes,
all your
very good.
cousins.
Okay, very good.
Sorry.
Peace and love. Okay, number four, Miss Selena, what's the question?
Did you hang out with local people?
Did you hang out with local people? Okay, let's go with Mr. Boivin. What's the answer?
Yes, I hang out with local people.
Hey, conjugate your verb, young man.
I don't know for this one.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, Serena?
Yes, I hung out with local people.
Excellent. Hung. Very good. Mr.
Okay.
Dumont? Number 5, what's the question?
Did you do a lot of tourist activities?
Excellent. Miss Couture, what's the answer?
I did a lot of tourist activities.
Yes, yes, I did. Okay, okay, and we're gonna do it quickly. One more. Okay, wait. Hey, wait. Oh goodness, I don't see. Where are you? I always say, give it. Where are you? Okay, let's go, Miss Dumaine. Do number 6.
Were you excited to be there?
Not were you? Are you? No, when you are right. Excuse me. You are good. I'm the problem. Were you excited to be there? Excellent. And Miss Paré?
Yes, I were, sir. Now I know where we are. Sorry.
Okay. Well, yes, helper class. Yes, I
Was.
Yes, I was.
Yes, I was excited to be there.
Yeah, very good. And number 7. Okay, quickly. Miss Couture again.
Spend time in museums.
Pardon me?
Did you spend time
Yeah.
in museum? Do you spend time in museum?
Yes, very good. Your sound is not very loud. Mr. Barret, what's the answer?
Yes, I spent time in museums.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Okay, let's go. We gotta keep on going because time is ticking. But I think you understand. Hands up, you understand how to do that? That's excellent. That's what's important. Okay. You have here sentences in UG. These are the ones we were doing. Now they say in small groups do these, but we're not going to do them in small groups. We don't have time. Okay, but you could do them on your own time. Okay. Now quickly, this I want to help you. Okay, the simple past. When is the simple past used in English? An action that began and ended before the present. A specific look here. Specific moment is mentioned. Many countries went in 2020. Is that clear? A few teams presented their feelings, their findings last
week.
Excellent. Regular verbs, you're going to add ed. Irregular verbs, well, you have to, yeah, you have a list that you have to look at. And your list is in your grammar book. Hands up, you know where that is. You should, because it's the same list that you had to look in high school. It's the same list. Now look at your present perfect. Hopefully this helps you, okay? I'm reviewing quickly. When is the present perfect tense used? They have 3 uses, but I'm going to simplify it. It's not really 3. Context 1 is the first one. I want you to get that. An action that happened at an unspecified moment in the past. So it happened in the past, but we don't know when it happened. Is that clear? But the effect has a bearing on the present. Yes, but that's true, but that's less important right now. Charles has visited Spain. Do we know when? No. So, but we know it's past. So we're going to say has visited Spain. Here it says an action that happened repeatedly in the past and another repetition is possible. Number 2, they use this as a second context, but I don't really feel it's a context between you and me because it's, look at the example though. Tanya has seen Edward fairly often. Fairly often means maybe has seen Edward 3 or 4 times a week. Do you understand that? But do we hear a week in the sentence? Is it specific?
No.
It's general. So again, it's like context 1, a past action that happened in the past, but we don't know exactly when it happened. We know it fairly happened often, but that's still too general to use the simple past. Is that clear? Okay. Look at context 3. Now, context 3 makes me frustrated, but it's okay. I'll tell you about my frustration, okay? It's an action that it changes. Context 1 and context 3 are totally different contexts for the same verb tense. An action that began in the past and is still true. And normally we allow a context 3 for non-action verbs like want. They're mental verbs. Do you understand that? So I will say, I have wanted. I could say I have wanted to live in France all my life. And technically, I should be saying, if I'm using a verb tense, a verb that started, an action that started in the past and continues to the present, I should be saying, I have been wanting. Hands up, you agree with me. I have been wanting to live in France all my life. But because want is a mental verb and not an action verb, we have to use the present perfect to express that context. Is that clear? But you know what frustrates me? English people, lazy farts. You know what they're doing? They realize context 3 exists. So for verbs like live, work, and study, they're popular verbs. Do you agree? Because everybody lives, everybody works, everybody studies. Okay? They decided that they will use the present perfect. So instead of saying, look here, they have lived in Italy for several years. It should be, what should it be?
They've been living. They have been living.
Excellent. Do you understand that? But English people are just using a shortcut because it's shorter. They're saying have lived, and it's context 3. So they're jumping on the wagon with the non-action verbs. And what's frustrating is non-action verbs have a reason. But live, work, and study, these are 3 action verbs. Do you understand that? There's no reason why English people should be doing this. But it's accepted, but it's not permitted in this course. Is that clear? Because it's going to confuse you. So we're going to look here. So just I'm going to this PowerPoint is on the portal. Okay. Look here. Do you understand these words? Recently, just, already, net, ever, and never. These are key words, and they give information about the action, but they're still too vague to use the simple past. Is that clear? So for example, Thomas has just eaten dinner. Just, we don't have any, just means maybe 2 minutes ago. Do you follow me? But it's not 2 minutes ago. Had it been written, John has just eaten 2 minutes ago, that would be incorrect. 2 minutes ago it's too specific. Is that clear? If it was written 2 minutes ago, you would have to say Thomas ate dinner 2 minutes ago. But because just is too vague, but it's a very good word. It gives information about the time, but it's still vague. So it's often used in the present perfect. John has just eaten dinner. Ashley has recently changed jobs. Recently means maybe 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, but it's not written 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, because had it been written 2 weeks ago, we couldn't use the present perfect in that context. We would have to use the simple past. But recently is vague. So it's popular in the present perfect. Their parents have already left. It's the affirmative. Or their parents have left. Okay, look at that. The parents haven't left yet. That word yet. It's YET, it's a negative because you have an expectation that your parents are going to leave, but if they haven't left yet, again, yet means it's not done, but it's still vague. If you could, that's why yet is yet, already, just, ever. They're very key words. They're not precise. They're vague enough to keep it in the present perfect. And look at the last one. Have you ever eaten Russian food in your life? And ever means in this context, in your life. So it's very popular in the present perfect because it's still vague. Is that clear for everybody? Any questions? So simple past and present perfect. Use one. Could you open up your microphones? We have to go a little faster because you need a break pretty soon. Okay. What is the difference between this one and this one?
The specific time, last week.
Excellent. Okay, last week. So if it's last week, we must use in that sentence, we must use what?
Simple past.
Excellent. Whereas the first sentence, do we have a context? We don't, but we know it's finished, so it's have completed. Excellent. Look at use two. Chris has visited Indonesia on several occasions versus Chris visited Indonesia on several occasions when he was young. Who can help me here?
I think it's the same reason. We have when he was young, so it's in the past.
Excellent. So we need the verb needs to be
simple past.
Excellent. Okay. And Chris has visited Indonesia on several occasions. Several occasions, it helps us know how many times he's been there, but do we know when?
No.
That's why it needs to be present perfect. Okay. Here, look at here. Quick. They have lived, it should be have been living. I wrote it for you. In Bali for many years versus they lived in Bali for many years. What's the difference? And Sophie, can you help me?
Maybe in the first sentence, it will be a continuous action. No, not continuous, but they still live in Bali.
Excellent.
And not in the second, so it's in simple past.
Yeah, so very good. In the second one, they now live in Canada, but they lived in Bali for many years. So they put it in simple past because it's finished. And you could say, but McCarthy, well, for many years is duration. Do you understand that? Normally, but what I'm trying to say is here, I'm trying to give you the just the idea that on the exam, I would be careful. Okay, because I find this is a little confusing for you for many years. Why is it simple past? Because it's not precise enough. Do you understand that? Hands up, you understand? Okay, but so I should say they lived in Bali for many years. Yeah, when they were young. Okay, for example, is that a little clearer? Okay. And the present perfect progressive is essentially the same meaning as, okay, now we're looking at the present perfect progressive. That's another verb tense in chapter 1 and 2. And they have been living in Bali for many years. That's the example. Look here. The present perfect progressive, it's when the present perfect progressive tense used an action that began in the past and still is true. Duration, there's a duration. So look at here. They have been living in Italy for several years. This is my duration. Do you see that? We have been sitting in class since 9:30. This is my duration. With since, you put the starting point when the action happened. With for, you put the period of time. Is that clear? They have lived in Italy for several years. This means the same as, but do you see how English people say this all the time? Do you get this? And when they say this, it means the same thing as this. Is that clear for you? But I want you cannot do it. But when you're going to be talking with English people, sometimes they're going to do it. And I want you to not be confused by it. Do you understand? They're going to do it because they're lazy, okay? Because you have to say one more word, okay, to correct in the correct context. But I don't want you using it. For your exams, you can't use live, study, or work in the present perfect for this context. Is that clear for everybody? Look at no. Stative verbs like no. So I can't say they have been knowing Yoko for years. No, it doesn't sound English. I have now to use the present perfect, but context 3. They have known Yoko for years. So I could say, how long have you known me? You have known me for 3 weeks. And you still know me. So you think, oh, I have been knowing you. And you can't say that with no. It's a mental verb. Hands up, that's clear. Okay. Okay. So quickly, for, Mr. Semi, you have a question?
Yes. Is there a specific list of verbs that we should not use the
Yes, it is. It's in your chapter. It's in chapter 1, maybe. Yes, page 7. State of verbs. Verbs not usually used in the progressive. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Quickly here. This is the last one. Okay, simple past. It's an action that happened at a specific moment in the past. They moved to Thunder Bay last year. They studied intensely all week. It is Sunday. It is Sunday. So at the end of the week, it's at the end of the week. So you're going to say studied because the week is finished. Okay, but look here. He worked in Delhi his entire life. If I put it in simple past, it's because he's no longer in Delhi. Look at the present perfect. They have moved to Thunder Bay. We know it's a finished action. We don't know when it happened. They have studied, and this is not good. That's why I wrote this. Have been studying intensely all week. That's the present perfect progressive. Look at here. Again, an action that began in the past and will continue in the future. He has worked, it should be has been working or has been working. Oh, has been working or has, oh my God. But, or I'm going to help you. He has known him for several years. Okay, or he has. So do you see how no is a real example of we need a context 3 for the non-action verbs? Yeah, work and live we don't need. They can be used as real action verbs. Quickly, look here. Common errors. We haven't gone to university last Saturday. You see last Saturday? Precise time. What's the correction? Mr. Barrett, what is it?
We went.
In the negative.
We didn't went. We didn't go.
Okay. Okay, very good. Why you came home from late for dinner? Let's go, Mr. Busamente.
Why did you come late for dinner yesterday? Come home.
Okay. The students haven't finished their homework. Mr. Dulac.
The student haven't finished. The student.
Actually, you know what? This is what students say.
Okay, and you had ED.
I added the ED. Yeah. Let's go.
I'm working on it. The student.
Who can help them?
The student didn't finish their homework.
No, because if you write didn't finish, do you have a specific time?
No.
No, so you can't do that. You just have to pronounce it. The students haven't finished.
Finished. So that's why the ED after.
Yeah, that's why
end.
ED. Okay. Look at Mr. Leliev. Look at number 4.
Did he attend a class a few weeks ago?
Excellent. Very good. The did is in the simple past, but your verb is base form. So no ED. Excellent. Look here. Did he attend? Excellent. Okay. Look at here quickly. Hey, Alex has been looking for love since he was 20. Do you see a duration here? Look is a normal action verb. So look, isn't this sentence good? It's beautiful, huh? Okay, look at B. Alice has looked worn out since he was 20. Do you see how look here is not an action? It's a stative verb. You should be able to see it. It's descriptive. Do you see that? It should be easier for you now. Donald has been having problems at work all day. Have been having, it's an action. Donald has had a dog for many years. It's a stative verb. Has had, it's descriptive, ownership. I've been thinking about looking for a summer job. It's an action. I think that my job really suits my profile. It's an opinion. It's a mental verb. Donna has traveled around the world. When? We don't know. Donald has been traveling around the world. Here it's continuous. Has been traveling around the world. We don't have a duration, but because we have the verb tense only, we know they are still traveling around the world. Okay. Quickly, class. Okay, quickly. Look at this. This is interesting because I don't have anything but the verb. Okay. Gonna have fun. I don't have anything but the verb, but I want you to understand that for an anglophone, if you just see the verb, that already gives information about the context. Do you understand that? So look at here, number 1, they work for Google. They are working for Google. Could you explain, what do they mean, they work for Google? Anybody?
The general statement.
It's a general statement. What else could you say? They work for Google. A general statement is too vague. Sorry.
It's a fact.
A fact is too. It's a permanent fact. More. It's a career. Do you understand that? It's a career. They work for Google means that's their career. That's their job. Do you understand that? How it's a habit. It's a routine. It's more permanence. Do you understand that? Hands up, yes. Okay. Look at they are working for Google. What does that mean? Sophie, what does that mean?
It's mean that they have worked in the past, but we don't know
No,
when.
no. They are working.
Oh, sorry,
Number
I think
two.
it was the three. And number two, it's that they are currently working for Google.
Yes, but what's the difference between number one?
It's because they do the action now.
No,
They are-
that's confusing.
no?
That's confusing.
Okay.
2 pages. Okay, Mr. Semi.
They are working. They are still working right now. It's a continuous action.
Do we know it's now?
We can understand it from the sentence.
No, we can't. Sorry, not accepting it. Anybody else?
Maybe it's because it's not a career job. It's like now they are working for Google, but we don't know if they want to stay, or they are going to stay, or if the dream job for her, for
Okay,
them.
there you're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Okay, they are working for Google. I want you to see that you're using the present progressive there, or present continuous, the same thing. Okay, but are working automatically gives the opposite of stability, of a routine, a permanence. It gives temporary. It's temporary. So you were right, Miss Sienna, that we don't know if they're going to stay for Google. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's really temporary. The are working gives that context all by itself. It's temporary. It's new. It's really new, or it's a new job for them. It hasn't been long that they're working for Google. And you show that by using are working. Because when you say they work for Google, you show that they work for Google, and maybe it's 3. They have worked for Google for a long time. Do you understand that? Okay, so look at number 3. Well, what is number 3 in this context? Anybody? Ms. Dumas, you know?
I think it's a present perfect. So they begin to work at Google in the past, and they're still working.
No, no, because I said English people are going to use that, but you guys are not using that. Okay, so when I say they have worked for Google, what does it mean? Somebody else?
Sometime in the past, they have worked for Google, but we don't have the precisely time.
Well, now the present perfect for the number 1 context, it means an action that happened in the past. We don't know when. Remember that? So we know that they have worked for Google in the past, but we don't know when. So it's a finished action. Is that clear? Just by looking at the verb tense, present perfect. Now look at number 4. They have been working for Google for a long time. Now, what's the context? Anybody know?
We have for a long time, which is vague, but also they've been working from the past and maybe still working actually.
Maybe or for sure?
For sure.
For sure.
Because it's for sure, have been working. The verb tense in itself clearly states that it's an action that started in the past and it continues in the present. Do you understand? And you have a duration. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, look at number 5. They worked for Google for a long time. What does that mean?
In the past, they worked for Google, but not now.
So it's a finished action, and you do have a little more precision of the time. Do you understand that? So that's why it's simple past this one. Is that clear? You have a little precision of the time. That's why it's enough to use a simple past. Hands up, that's clear. Okay, excellent. Okay, now I'm going to look. You have this, but it's wait. My family has lived in Toronto for many years. My family lived in Toronto. Okay. Here, class, look. They're using has lived because it's do you understand it's possible? Anglophones are lazy, but it should be one. My family has
been living
in Toronto for many years. My family lived in Toronto for many years, and because it's simple past, we know they no longer live in Toronto, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Quebec City's dealt with many restrictions last March. You had a key word last March, correct? So simple past. Quebec citizens have dealt with many restrictions since last March. You have duration.
Yes.
And each restriction, they didn't all come at the same time. Do you understand? It was not a continuous action. They were individual continuous actions. That's why we put it in the simple past. We use the present perfect. There's a duration, but it's, okay, this one's a little dicey. It's a little difficult. Here, how long did you study? How long did you study? So now if I say, did you study? It means that you're done studying, correct? At that university. How long have you studied? And they're being lazy. It should be how long? Help me, class. What should we say?
Have you been studying?
Hey, what happened? Why do I have this? There. How long have
you been studying?
Excellent. And it means you are still studying there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, these are more exercises. Here, okay, class, here is just a pop quiz, but listen, you know what it is? You've been told last week that you're supposed to go to course notes, grammar study guide for chapters 1 and 2 and try to answer the questions. Do you understand that? Before you look at the grammar in the grammar book. And then you're supposed to go in the grammar book and study it. Okay. But right now, it is 34. So I'm going to stop right now and you need a break. Mr. Sammy, you have a question?
No, I forgot my hand raised.
Oh, you forgot you. Okay, listen, it's 34. I should have stopped at 30, little McCarthy. Okay, I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a 15-minute break. So you're going to come back at, let's go 10 to 9. Okay, so break time, but I will stay on if people want to talk to me. But technically, you're having a break right now. So break. Okay, Mr. Barrett, do you have a question?
Do you want to take time to rest for now?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I have 2 questions still with the simple past, and I wanted to talk with you.
Yes.
Because it's a little bit confusing for me still about the specific time, because I'm not quite sure when a time in sentence is specific or not, because it's not very clear to me right now.
Wait, I don't understand, because all the emails you sent me, they were finally at the end, they were really good.
Yeah, but still I don't quite understand. Whenever we use like a time expression, it is in the simple past because we specify
Well, it depends. Like tonight you saw other expressions. You saw just recently, yet. These are time expressions, but they're still too vague for simple
Okay.
past. But you saw other ones last week. That's clear. Ago, 2 days ago, 2 months ago, it's clear. When I was a child, clear.
Because it is a
Okay.
context, yeah. But when I say the other day, that's not very specific. But we will
Oh, but
still
the other
use
day means in the past. It's
Yeah.
specific enough you can use the simple past.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you this question, because there is some time
Well, the other
expression
day could be, in some way, it could be yesterday, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yesterday is clear enough, correct?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So the other day could be maybe 2 days ago.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's still it's precise, so it's automatically simple past.
Okay, so whenever we use a time expression that's not about yet, already, or the other keywords, we can use the simple past directly.
You must.
You must, okay. You must, okay. And my second question is about the exercise of the exercise 23 at the page 13.
13?
Yeah, because we
Yes.
I think it's the second question. Is the partner A, were you happy to see your cousins? In this sentence, it's not very specific, so it's about the context that already is already known, right?
Yeah.
So it's not always necessary to put a time expression, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, your question's good. Okay, I get it. Now I understand. You're right. And you already said it in one of your emails. When both you and I are talking,
Yeah.
and both you and I know which both in you I know when our kids went to see their cousins. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's implicit. We know.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be said. That's in only that context would you not have one, but you would put it in the simple past.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
normally on any evaluation you're going to have with me, it's going to be clear. You're going to have a time expression.
You add it like in a sentence, and afterward it will be alright to not add a time expression because you already situate the context.
True. That's in real life. That's in real life. But for this course, I would have to, because I haven't explained this to everybody, and I am just saying that's a little more hard to, that's a little subtle to, so I would really just say, if dinner, it's 11:30, it's around dinner time, correct? Lunchtime.
Yeah.
I could just ask you, hey, Mr. Barrett, did you eat dinner?
Yeah.
And I didn't say 2 minutes. I didn't give a time, but because you could say that, but the best answer would be, have you eaten dinner?
Yes.
That would be clearly the best answer, because I want to know, have you eaten dinner? That would be, that's clearly the best answer. But it's, I went to the movies last night. Okay, so say I went to the movies last night. Well, what did you see?
Yes, in that sentence, it's okay. It will be in the simple past because
but in my question, there's no time expression.
Yeah.
Because in the original sentence there was a time expression, and my question is referred to that context. Okay, so that is more. Or if I say when I was a child.
Yeah. Because
or if I say, example, if I say I was sleeping at my grandmother's place every weekend when I was a child, and I say, find the error there. Are you able to do it?
Can you repeat the sentence?
Can or could you?
Could you?
Yes, I'm not your best friend. Okay. If I say I was visiting, when I was visiting my grandmother every weekend, when I was a child. No, I was visiting my grandmother every weekend when I was a child.
Do you want me to say the verb tense in that sentence?
I want you to correct it. There's a mistake. I was visiting my grandparents every weekend when I was a child.
Okay, I visited.
Pardon me?
I visited. I don't-
Yes, very good. You had to put the simple past, and I was using the past progressive.
Yeah,
Okay, and why is that? Why is your answer better than mine?
because you situate the action and you used a time expression that is specific enough.
Bingo. Bingo.
Okay, but can I ask you a last question about that?
Yes.
When you for example, during the exam, the writing exam, we talk about something in the past, so we can start the sentence with a specific like time expression, and afterwards we don't need to continue with that because we already mentioned the context.
You don't. What do you mean you don't need to continue with another past time expression?
Yes, just I'm not sure if I'm like.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. Once you you state clearly a time expression, like when I was a child, you could continue all the sentences, even if they're different sentences, in the simple past until you introduce another time expression. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you very much. I fully understand now because I just wanted to make sure with you directly, and it's okay. Right now I understand.
No, but your questions are good, and that's the purpose of asking the questions, because that's because if you can understand it, you can. I understand now.
Yeah,
Isn't that
exactly.
fun?
I will stop spamming you with my emails right now. It's okay.
No, hey, come on. I didn't mind at all, and quite the contrary. Students that are motivated, it's always a pleasure.
Oh,
It's always a pleasure. Which program are you in, young man?
Thank you. Excuse me?
Which program? Pardon me?
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. I'm from the pharmacy department.
Oh, you're in the pharmacy department. Are you studying pharmacy right now?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you the one that suggested last class that you have a robot counting your pills?
Yeah, but not directly at the pharmacy that I'm working right now, but there's some robots that can count pills for, like, to take a place for of someone when they're sick or something. There's like a robot to help, when it's like it's a bit busy or something like that,
Okay, because I explained it to other people and they're like, what? And I said, well, I had students.
I told you that. Yeah.
And other students that were studying in pharmacy did not know that.
Oh, that's surprising because we are currently talking about it, but not right now. But we talked about it like the past semester. So.
Oh, you had.
Yes.
Do you think you will like in how much time will you become a pharmacist?
Right now, I already studied for a year, so I will still need to continue for 3 years.
Okay, wait there. I already studied. Okay, there's a mistake clearly there. Already, I told you it's not precise enough.
I have already studied for.
Excellent. I have already studied
4 years.
Excellent. 1 year. That's correct. That's correct. I have already studied 1 year, and I still have 3 other years to do.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's a 4-year bachelor.
Yes, but not a PhD.
It's a PhD?
Yes, because before, I think 5 years ago, the pharmacy department was giving the bachelor version of this program, and right now it's the PhD. So it's like a condensed. Oh my god.
Condensed?
Condensed, yeah. A program, because normally a PhD, it's like 5 years, I think, or so. So right now I'm doing full sessions in summer also, because normally you do the students have semesters only in winters and falls, but for us we add also the summer part. So
Okay.
my summer is like divided in two. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. And so when you're done, you will be able to now do like now pharmacist has changed.
Yes.
You now can give prescriptions.
Because there's new like activities that pharmacists can do right now, because of the pandemic, mostly because of that. But we can now prescribe some medicines that they're in the shelves, directly available for the public, and we can also adjust or modify some prescription from doctors, but we need to talk to them beforehand. But yes, we can do more things than before the pandemic.
Okay. And would you like to have your own company?
I don't think so. I think I will be probably a pharmacist directly for the patient, and not I will just think for a second. I think I will be more like from a salary pharmacist. Excuse me. I thought about that, but yes, I will be probably a salary pharmacist. So I will work for someone that owns a pharmacy.
Okay, very good. And where would you like to work?
I think I will return to my place eventually, because right now I'm in Quebec, obviously, and I just want to come back to my place because I
Where's your place? Where do you come from?
In Gaspésie.
Oh, you come from the Gaspé.
Yes, that's
oh
a
my
big
God.
a big and a very large territory. So there's a lot of things to discover and unfold, so yeah.
Yeah, but in the winter, that's what's sad about it. In the winter, it's dead. And
Yes, exactly. That's pretty much it. That's a good
and
point.
in the summer, it's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you are from New Brunswick, right?
Yeah, I'm from New Brunswick, but I've been but Gaspé is a trip that we have done in our family 3 times already.
Okay, and how was it?
Oh, I know it was, but I'm saying it's epic. It's really beautiful in the summer.
Yeah.
It's in summer. The camping is amazing, and you feel like it's the you forget it's the St. Lawrence River. You think it's the actually the St. Lawrence River is meeting the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm just saying the view is just phenomenal. It's phenomenal, and you have camping sites that are so high up. The backdrop is the sea. So come on, I mean, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
But last question: did you go to Percy?
Did you go? Now, did you change that question, young man? I've talked with you. You said, did you go? And did we have a specific time?
Did you go to Percy last the time when, oh my God, I will repeat it. Did you go to Percy when you came to Gaspé?
Percy, where's Percy? Oh, Percy. Do we say Percy?
But I don't know how to say it in English, but
wait, is that that's the place that's closest to the water, right?
Yes, the rock.
Of course I went there. Actually, I what's really fun is I canoed. Not canoed, but what's the with only 2 people in it, 1 person in it? What's it called?
I don't recall it.
When you can somebody else tell me? When you're all but you're not, it's not a canoe, a kayak.
Oh, yeah. Okay, excuse me. Yeah.
I kayaked in the sea.
Okay.
In the Gaspé Sea, in that area underneath the around the rock.
Oh, that's nice.
That is come on, that's epic.
Yes. That's not nice, that's epic, yeah.
Pardon me?
That's epic, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's more than nice. It's more than
Yeah.
nice. Okay, I think it's time. Is it time? Wait, or is it 4 more minutes? Are there 4 more minutes? Wait, I said 20. I said it was 35. 45 is 10. 50. No, it's time. 15 minutes. It's time. Okay, let's go. Everybody turn up your Mr. Bagat, do you have a question? Put down on a hand.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Everybody come back. Let's go. We got work to do. If you want me to finish at 9:20, we got work to do. Listen, now you're going to stop listening and you're going to start speaking. Okay, I'm putting you in groups and you're going to, quick here, you're going to, there, can you see the questions? In small groups, discuss the following questions. I'm reading 1, 2 in chapter 2. What advice is offered for other international students? And what problem does the AUCC report note about outward student mobility? Why is this a problem? Try to apply the grammar covered for the homework, and you're going to be peer editing your mistakes during this discussion. If somebody corrects your English because you're making a mistake, say thank you. Don't say, stop picking on me. They're not bullying. They're trying to help you. Okay. And maybe if I hear you, I will give you feedback. So take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. Okay. Now I'm going to put you in, I'm going to put you in breakout rooms. Okay. I'm going to recreate the magic. Okay. Wait. Okay, I'm putting you in 3 groups, so you're going to have lots of discussion. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh my God. Let me see. Let's go.
Did you do the reading?
Yes, I
Yes,
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I did.
I did.
Okay, reading 1. What advice is offered for other international students?
I think the first advice, or one of the advices, is to be like integrated in multiple like committees or activities,
Yes.
so you can bond with other people, I think.
Yes, I think in the text the writer was in a photograph club or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's on 1 or 2 other activity or committee. I'm not
Committees.
sure. Committee. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I think it's the main, for me, in my perspective, it's the biggest like advice.
I think he right. It's important to attend all the class of the the school or his program, because I think it's a concern for all the students, but especially because for the integration. And he said it was the program was good and was very good, because if you attend to all the class, you would pass you would have a good marks. Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a little difficulties.
One of the advice, let me remember, offered, was to be brave and to make a lot of friends, to step out of the comfort zone.
Yes.
To meet students. I think that was one of the strong advice recommended.
True, and to pronounce it well, to walk outside your comfort zone, and to be brave. You pronounce that very well. And that takes courage. And so that's why it joins in with what you guys were saying about participating in a variety of committees. It allows you to step outside your comfort zone and meet new people, and just to feel more integrated into the new university life. And if you're more integrated, does it lower your stress?
Yes, it does.
And if it lowers your stress, does it have an impact on your marks?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Continue. I gotta go to another group. Okay.
It's entrance. The
oh my God!
CDs.
Hello again.
Welcome.
Yes.
I'm the recording. Okay. Have you answered the questions?
Yes.
Yes.
The first
we
one.
did.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you say for the first one?
For the students' recommendations.
Yes.
Okay, but sorry, we started with the proposition that we can check out the students' union for student societies.
Yeah, but why?
To be involved in the club and everything, I think.
And meet some people.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to be involved in clubs and to meet different people. Actually, to go outside your
Comfort zone.
Yeah.
and to be
Happy.
to be brave.
Okay.
Remember they said that in the text, to be brave, to be courageous. Okay. Okay. Very good. Did they say anything else for question one?
It's also suggest to look at the ranking of the university.
Look at the
ranking.
But how? Okay, but why is that important?
To have the opinion of the other university or other people?
No, because when you think the ranking of the universities, like you're looking, that's more when you're shopping for a university where to study, that you're looking at the ranking to maybe choose the best university, because that's what the ranking is. Like maybe Laval is the third best or the first best. That's what ranking is. Okay. Okay. So you guys are on, and the second question, what does the second question say?
What do you think the students' recommendation for the other students might be?
Wasn't that the first one?
In the second reading, or?
Yeah. Was it in the second reading, but also the second question that was on, I asked you to take a picture.
It was the second question of the first reading.
Okay. Could you read it, please, the question?
Yeah. What do you think the students' recommendation for other students might be?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Where are we? Are we on the second question?
I thought
33.
No, I think I think I agree with you, Ms. Dumas. We are confused because so let's be clear, we are all confused. The first question, the two questions that I look.
Yeah.
I think the first one is it's from the
Look here.
first reading. Yeah.
Reading one, what advice is offered for international students? And we just explained that one. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And for the second reading, what problem does the AUCC report about outward student mobility? Why is this a problem? Do you have an answer there? Because AUCC, I think, is an acronym for Associations of Universities and Colleges in Canada.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and they report about.
Is it because of the cost and inflexible curricular or credit transfer policies?
Yeah, because if you say when you outward student mobility, when you students are being mobile, they are going elsewhere. Like when students come to Quebec to study, what are some problems in the book, in the reading they discussed?
People don't have access to the same education like at an equity level.
Okay, and how is the equity level? Because I know the one thing we all know is that when people from other countries come to study in Quebec, they pay more than double the price for the same education. Do you understand that? Because you're Canadian, so your education is subsidized by the government, by taxes. Do you understand that? Whereas people from other countries like France, or maybe France has special agreements with Quebec, but people from Africa, for example, they have no agreements with Quebec and they have to pay double the price to study. Did your reading talk about price?
I don't remember, but I think they talk about the credit of the government, that it can be used to help them. No?
Well, when we look at the reading too, what other problems do they talk about? Well, on page 47, do you see the bottom page 47?
Yes.
Both increased financial support and curricular adjustments may be part of the solution of increasing the mobility between students, between countries, okay? Because one of the problems is less students are traveling to study. Do you understand that? And why? Well, they're financial, because it costs more money to study abroad, and maybe they don't have the finances to do it. Okay, and the curriculum also, maybe the curriculum is different. It's different for what their country accepts.
their past experience at school, for example?
Yes. And what do they say about the past experience at school? Do they develop that idea?
If you would like to be accepted in other country, it's not the same level of education you need to be accepted.
True. Like an example, if you go to France, a student from Quebec goes to France, they have a baccalaureate, but it's part of their high school program. It's not part of their university. Is it correct? What I'm trying to say is some countries like France, they have a different education system. So it doesn't tie exactly with what our education. So in the curriculum, it's a little gray. When you do studies abroad, where does it fit in the Canadian system? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. That could be another problem. Were there any other problems?
I don't think it is written in the text, but I think that a place like China will be more difficult to go studying because I do not speak Chinese, but to go in a place like France, it will be, or when France, it will be a lot more easier for me, for example. So maybe it's a problem. I don't know.
True, but there it's definitely definitely culture. Culture has an impact on the student mobility. Yeah.
However, in the text, oh no, sorry, it's in the first test. The first text, they say to go out of your comfort zone. So
true,
I was
true.
like, you can go to China and
okay. Okay, well, I'm just looking.
Have you ever experienced an internship in other country?
Myself? Well, I have been to I've been to France for 1 year, and I studied there, but it was more it was at the Sorbonne, but it was just for 6 weeks. Do you understand? It was more just a French course. It wasn't a bachelor, and I didn't try to have credit for it when I came back to Canada. I didn't even try. I knew they wouldn't give me any, so I didn't try. But has anybody here had any?
No, no, I don't.
Well, you have to take advantage of it because at Laval, is anybody in the administration program?
Business administration? Yeah.
You are?
Yes. Yes,
Check it out because in the administration,
yeah,
Laval University is one of the universities that is the most generous with encouraging students to do their sessions abroad. And on top of it, they will help you finance in a bursary to help you realize that.
Yes, yeah, yes, I do.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it's come on, they're going to give you, they're going to help you pay for it too.
And you can do it in a lot of language. Not only in English, you can do it maybe in if you learn Spanish, you can do it in Spain or something like that.
But you can't do it in China, huh?
Yeah.
But in your text, I was just quickly, they're saying that they would like to be more student mobility in other areas of the world, like China, in Asia. However, they are not aligned, they're malaligned, they're not in line very well with our way of living. So it's hard to credit those courses. So students they don't want to go just for the experience. They want to come back to Canada and have their education credited so they can still move on with their life. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So that's why these countries, they're still having difficulty because they're not well lined up. It's not well thought out how their values, their education could be accredited to English, Canadian education. Okay, I'm gonna bring everybody in, but thank you for the conversation.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, God. Come on back. Come on back. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, I'm just going to give you now the final information for this course tonight, what you have to do, and I'll just explain what's coming next, but we'll wait until everybody gets here. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. 11, we're going to have more people coming. Got to be patient. Patience is a virtue. That's what the Bible says. Okay. I couldn't visit one group. Okay, I apologize. But hopefully you all answered the questions the best you could, and it was a great opportunity for you to compare what you understood with that of your colleagues. And at the same time, hopefully you were being careful with your verb tenses. Do you understand that? Okay, now I'm going to show you. Okay. Okay, you can see. The paragraph, I agree, hands up. Do you understand what the time we took on the paragraph? Do you understand better? Huh? I hope so. Okay, this is a dictionary. Well, again, it's that we did this last week. Remember, good, bad stuff. What are some good some synonyms for that? Okay, false cognates, grammar terms and identification, error correction. Are you having problems in the course notes with these? If you are, stay after class and talk to me, because if you are, we got to correct those problems, because these are all on the midterm exams and the final exams. So you have to be doing them in your course notes to prepare yourself better. Okay. Okay. Now, additional grammar review, the passive voice, as well as chapters 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, 8 have already been assigned to you. You're going to have a video to watch. Dave Zink, he's going to be explaining the grammar, the passive voice and the active voice, which is going to be really good. Complete the audio exercises in chapter 1 and 2. The audio files are provided on the course website. Review the PowerPoint below on verb tenses. Okay. Do chapter 2 and you only 25 to 43. Do not complete the past perfect and past perfect progressive. And here's your homework, but I'm going to show it to you on your homework as well. Okay, and the end. But I'm going to show it to you on, put this down, put that down, go here, go there. Okay. I'll got to log in. I'm going to go to Gulman the Cool. And here I'm going to modify. Okay, so class 3, you have here, you have these audios that are helping you with your chapters 6, 7, and 8, and it's helping you. Wait.
Exercise 6, page 4, outdoors. 1.
Hey, look out the window. It's raining.
2. We get a lot of rain here.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, the idea is it's pronouncing it for you. It's pronouncing it for you, and you are doing the exercises. Okay, but it's this video right here that you're going to find interesting. It's my good friend Dave Zink. He's explaining you grammar here, so take notes. Okay, and it's going to help you. And you know what, McCarthy, that's me. Okay, I created this video for because I teach at the CJEP, and I added a little fun here. I have my balloons, I have a cat. Anyway, I explained it in a different way, the grammar. So I thought you might find it interesting. And I have another paragraph where I explain how to write the paragraph again. Do you understand that? So these are just different videos you can watch and be active, take notes when you watch it. And here is the that is for your Monday's class. I will put your class underneath it, okay, for today, because I recorded the class. But right now, your homework is chapters 3 and 5. 3 and 5. You're going to be looking at chapter 3, and you're going to be reading 1, 2, and 3. And you have a writing assignment to do. So here is your formative writing right here. Okay, let's put it in PDF. And it's basically write a paragraph based on the topic below. This is the number of words. Paragraph format, use in transition words, first of all. It's related to chapter 3. Do not respect the grammar rules studied in this course and use the correct grammar rules when you write it, okay? Integrate vocabulary from the reading. That would be excellent. Double space your paragraph. And please, in PDF, on the Dropbox before 10 p.m. on the day of your scheduled class. And I'm going to change that. Class, I'm not going to change it because I think it's in PDF. Is it? Well, I'm going to, wait. On the day, could you put it on the 10 p.m. on the day? Okay, so on Tuesday. Do you understand that? So I will have a full day to correct it because your class is on Wednesday. How should companies market a new product to ensure that it gets adopted successfully? Elaborate your concrete examples and evidence in your own words. No quoting from the book. You have to paraphrase, explain in your own words. Okay. Class, is that clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I just want to tell you, again, this writing assignment is formative, but it will be corrected, and it's going to. The purpose is giving you feedback. So all I ask, please, do it all by yourself. Okay, you can use a dictionary. You could also use, if you don't have one, I can tell you what you get, because you can use a dictionary, and you can use a synonym book. You know, a book of synonyms. Okay, a lot of students don't know they can use that, but that is also, you're allowed to use that as well. So if you have, maybe for now, if you want to use online synonyms, you could. You're looking for another word for good. because you have to use a rich vocabulary. You can't repeat your vocabulary. Do you understand that? In French, you can't do it. In English, you can't do it either. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay on for if students want to talk to me after they have questions. But if not, it's 9:21. I'm 1 minute over. So I wish you the best. Bye, 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 bye. Peace and love.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, bye.
you.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. So who has a question? Let's go. Okay, let's go, Anne-Sophie.
Yes, I have a question. On the tentative calendar you give us on for the final listening and discrimination and comprehension exam, it's written that it starts at 3 p.m. I think, but on the section on the portal on evaluation, it is written that it starts at the 60.
6:30.
6:30, yes.
Yeah. It's okay. Your question is good. It's the oral exam that's going to start in the afternoon because you're such a big class. Okay. I'm going to try, if students are free in the morning, in the afternoon, I'm going to start the oral exams in the afternoon. But the description, the pronunciation, the description exams, and the listening exams will precisely start at 6:30.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you for your question. It's good. Okay, Miss Dumais.
Yeah, it's about I'll be in an internship, so I'll have to miss a class. How can I have the document for the class, or will you put everything online?
Well, I will put yes, I will put everything. But like I said, the class we don't like tonight is the last night I'm recording. But what you could do, if you would like, you could come to my Monday class.
Oh, it's all the week. I'm not even
okay.
with internships, so it's in April, but I just want.
Did you check? Do you have evaluations at that time?
No, I don't.
Good.
The week after or the week before, I think.
Okay, good. Okay, so in terms of the homework, yes, it will be put on the portal like I normally do. But other than that, you won't get all the details that we did in class. But I would suggest you team up with another student in class, and they could maybe forward their notes to you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's go.
I can go là.
Okay, Mr. Dumont.
I am asking, but you can't say no là. I have a terrible week until Tuesday, and I just have time to do the formative morning, the Wednesday morning. Could I send you my writing before the dinner Wednesday, or it's too late? Because I have too much thing to do with my registration for next year. I have an exam.
Okay, well, listen. Listen. We'll do this. You can do it before the dinner, but I can't promise that it will be corrected for class.
Okay.
But I will correct it for the next day, but I can't promise it will be corrected for class. Would that be that be okay?
Yes, but I will try to send you before to send you Tuesday.
No, but I understand. I've had you before as a student. Okay. I understand. So do your best, but if you're not able, it's not a big deal. Just give it to me before, and I will correct it. I will correct it. Okay. Because you're a good student. Okay. And I will give it. It's just you may not have it for 6:30. Okay.
It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, but if you'll have it the next day. Do you follow me?
Okay.
I'll send it to you the next day.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
You're very welcome.
Have a good night.
You too. Have a good evening. Okay, let's go. Mr. Dumais. Miss Dumais? Lady Dumas?
Me?
Ladies
Yeah,
first.
okay. I have two questions.
Yes.
For the writing paragraph, I was wondering, do we need to avoid some pronoun, like in French, sometimes we need to avoid the we, but can we use it?
Oh, do we need to avoid some pronouns? Okay, yes. Yes, you do. You have to avoid, we'll use your word. You can't use I.
Okay.
When you can't use I when you are you can't use I as with a mental verb. Like I love this topic. No. I think no. But you can use I in your example. For example, when I was a child, that's okay. But if you say, in this essay, I'm going to write to you about, no, that's too, that's a conversation. And you can't use I in that context.
Okay, and can we use only like the third person?
Now, we is accepted because it's not too personal.
Okay.
It's a collective we as a society. So it's accepted. Even for your opening, I suggest you use let's. That let's is a contraction for let us.
Okay.
So it's again the collective we.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And I have another question. For the exercise in the note course.
Course notes.
Course notes. Yeah. Where are the corrected the correction?
Oh, well, that's an important question. Okay, I'm gonna go to another cool. And it's this one. You have the answer key right here.
Okay, so it's in the first class?
Class 1, yes. But you know what? You have here before week 1. So it's this one, class 1.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
It's a good question.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Mr. Barrett, can I help you?
Oh yeah, I have two questions. Me too.
Okay, let's go.
Not bothering you? No.
Hey, peace and love. Peace and love.
My first question is about the traduction dictionary. We can use it for the writing exam.
You mean your translation? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
translation. Because in your in the site of the course, you told us that it is more profitable if we have we don't have a pocket size dictionary, but I have.
That's not pocket size.
Okay, it's a smaller one.
It's a pocket size is a size that goes in your pocket.
I'm tired, I think. And and my second question is also with time expression again, but it's not about the simple past this time. It's about the other verb tenses. So, for example, if we talk in the present continuous, when do we need to add a time expression? Because is it the same like logic than the other simple past, or?
True, but I mean, for the simple for the did you say simple present?
Present continuous.
Present continuous, like you can like at this moment.
But
okay.
Normally we don't like always do like we don't always say, right now I'm doing this or I'm doing that. It's
well, it depends. It depends on the context. Hey, I call you. Hey, what do you do? What do you? I'll explain like I'll speak like an Anglophone. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not saying what are you doing. Okay, a real Anglophone will say, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? And you be like, oh, actually, right now I'm cooking. I have to make supper.
Yeah, but
so
is it necessary?
So there you're going to say right now, because it's important. I ask you, what are you doing right now? Because I'm thinking of going to visit you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, right now I'm cooking supper. I'm really busy. The kids are hungry. You understand?
Yeah.
There you're going to state it. Okay, but
Okay.
not always.
Yeah. Okay. And
But more times than not.
okay, and this is the same thing with the future tense, because sometimes you can say in 2 weeks I will do.
Exactly. In 2 weeks,
But-
and normally in the future you have to state, okay, I can't do it. I can't do my homework this week, but next week I will get it done.
Yeah. Okay.
Next week. So
Yeah.
you are using the time expressions in the future as well.
Okay. Perfect. That's good for me, because when I was in high school, I don't think we talked about that
Very much.
Very much, yeah. Excuse me.
Actually, do you know what, Miss
Tired.
Manny?
Oh my God.
I often ask my students, and I know it's a fact, but I often just make them realize that before they met me, they had so many English teachers. Okay, because you had English teachers in elementary school, in high school, in CEGEP, and
Yes.
in university, and now you have me.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of you have, more times than not, your English teachers were Francophones.
Mm-hmm.
They felt comfortable speaking French with you.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't expect you to, they would be okay if you asked them a question in French.
Yeah. Mm.
And that is incompetent for me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's incompetent. Trying to learn English by speaking French is just not logical.
Yeah. I understand you. I hear you.
But a lot of these teachers thought they were doing the good thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's just crazy. That's why so I'm just saying, one, it's normal that there is some adjusting.
Yeah.
My kind of teaching,
Mhm.
because I asked you to survive. Okay.
I think I'm at my age right now. I'm good right now. I think.
Wait, come on, you are gay. Come on, you can't help but improve. You
Yeah.
can't help but improve because you're now addicted. Now you're addicted. You're asking the questions. You're staying
Yeah.
after class. Come on, this is good. This is really
Mhm.
good. I mean, come on. When if every course could motivate the students like I have motivated you, that would be come on. That you understand though?
Yes, I understand.
That is that's what education should be. That students feel safe to ask questions without being ridiculed.
Mm-hmm.
They feel and there's no worry that I can't ask another question. No,
Mhm.
I can ask Mr. McCarthy, he gives me the impression I can ask as many questions I have. And come on, questions are important. Questions is where the true learning comes.
Yes.
So it's so anyway, so continue your questions.
But I'm done with it right now.
Okay. Well, I think you got to get to bed, young man.
Yes, exactly. I need to sleep because before your class, I was in a 3-hour course, so my brain is pretty dead right now.
And did you know that it's in the sleeping that your brain consolidates all what you learned?
Yes, so I need to sleep. I think. In conclusion, I need to sleep right now. Okay.
Okay, so have a good night's sleep. Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.